Let's talk about Hub's life. Hub's Life is a TikTok creator who has almost 1 million followers. Honestly, I had never heard of him before this whole situation, but he worked a 9 to 5 corporate job, and basically all of his videos were just, natural sounds with music playing over top, where he would just basically go on living his life. He would show us his lunch breaks. He would show us just random parts of his day. Literally anything that he was doing, he would document. And honestly, his content is really, really well done. I honestly really liked it because it's like, yeah, you're just seeing this guy living his mundane 9 to 5, corporate job type life. Now, him and his wife do have 1 kid together and a dog, and that's really just what he showed. And honestly, I loved it. Like, as I was researching for this whole situation, I loved his content. It was so calming, and basically, his entire profile was just like, yeah, you can live a normal 9 to 5 lifestyle and be fully fulfilled and happy, honestly. It was just kind of to normalize an average type of life, which really is cool, I think, in my opinion. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think sometimes we all get so caught up in wanting so much more that it's like, is that what we really want, or can we live a normal life and still be perfectly happy? You know what I mean? I just think it's really cool. However, he has recently quit his corporate job and is doing TikTok full time, which genuinely isn't even the issue. The issue is that just the other day he was on TikTok Live begging for galaxies and saying that he wasn't going to answer any questions until he got a galaxy. Now, a galaxy on TikTok is a gift that you send someone and they get $20 for it. So it's not inexpensive, like, to give someone a galaxy, but he was basically just like, yeah, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to answer more questions until I get a galaxy. And then he gets some roses and he's like, oh, thank you for the roses, but I don't think those are a galaxy. And like, it's just, it's very weird.
But you gotta send a galaxy, bro. I gotta get a galaxy, guys. If I send me something, man. It's how I'm making a living. I don't know if I saw a galaxy come through, man. I can't answer any of these. You gotta send me a galaxy, bro. Sam, thank you for the first gift. Roses on deck. I don't know. I think roses are like not a galaxy. I want to answer all these questions, but I really can't right now. Sam, where's the galaxy, bro? I'll answer like 10 questions if you send a galaxy. You gotta send me a galaxy or something. This is a lot more lucrative, and I get to work from anywhere in the world. Make money from my telephone. There are any investments other than 401k. You gotta send me a galaxy and I'll answer that. That's the internet for you, though. No one wants to see you doing better than them, right? I'm just a regular chill dude.
And honestly, people do not like panhandlers like this on TikTok because it just makes it not fun. And it's like you're just gonna sit there and beg for these stupid gifts on TikTok Live and make that your job. A lot of people have very hot takes when it comes to that. I think that honestly, if you're gonna do a live or something, interact with your audience, make it worth it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have come out now talking about this whole situation, and I think that there are some very interesting and very valid takes.
I've been following Hub's life for a long time, so did a lot of my friends that were stuck in the 9-to-5 corporate life. And this dude gained hundreds of thousands of followers, basically preaching that it's not that bad and having a regular life in a social media influencer era is perfectly okay. Now, the problem with Hub's life is that his whole content was around normalizing the 9-to-5 and just the regular lifestyle. But then as soon as he became successful, did a complete 180. And that's fine. He did something most people would do. He started making a ton of money and was able to leave that job and do what he enjoyed, which is being at home, making videos, creating content, spending more time with the family. Obviously, all his followers were upset about this. I mean, this whole time you've been preaching how okay it is to live a regular life and go work your 9-to-5, and all of a sudden, you just dipped. And so when his content did a complete 180 and people started getting upset and being like, this is not what we followed you for or signed up for, he took it as hating or people switching up on him. His videos also made him seem like he was super introverted, didn't have much of a social life or friends, and just kind of just stuck to himself and just went to work, came back, and took the dog out for a walk. Hub's life, you preach normalizing the norm, but as soon as you were able to escape it, you did. So you can't really be mad at people being upset. Obviously, his name has surfaced again because last night, apparently, he was begging for galaxies, and after he got called out for it, said that they were only to help people that were affected by the flood. Now, I was in that whole live, and that was just not true. After he got called out for it, then he started switching it to saying that he needed the galaxies to donate it to whoever. If you happen to see this Hub's live, please know I don't think you're a bad person. I just think you need a serious reality check. Let me know what you think. Am I valid for having this opinion and the other thousands of people that do, or do you think Hub's life is in the right? Let me know down in the comments.
I truly just think this guy's content overall has just slowed down. The views have dropped a little bit because he's left that corporate world. And I'm all for someone chasing their dreams, but he built his audience around being a just normal person, having a corporate job. And he said having a corporate 9-to-5 was normal. And also in his videos that made him viral, he didn't show his personality much. He didn't talk, just showed his day-to-day. Now, since that relatability is gone, it's definitely hurt his overall content. Now Hub's life has now turned off all of his comments on his videos. And who knows, this man might have to go back to the corporate grind.
I hate when people say these creators don't owe the internet or anyone any explanation or anything, because that's just not like really that true. Obviously, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, no one owes anyone in this lifetime. We're on a spinning rock. But a lot of these people aren't just fans or people that watch your videos. At one point, they became your customer. They bought a product you sold. So you do kind of owe them something. The problem is both Remy and Hub's life made their entire personality one thing. Hub's life was pushing the it's okay to have a 9-to-5. You can live a totally normal, happy life. And both of them just took a hot, steamy dump on that and completely flipped the script, which now just makes them seem like total fraud. And I'm not saying they are, because I think Remy Bader should have did what she did for her health, and Hub's life should have did what he did for his family and to support them. But that's what happens when you make your content entirely about one thing and then do something that makes it all seem like fraud. With that being said, where I think they differ is Hub's life, from what I saw, was honest about it up front from the beginning, like, hey, I just don't know why people try to lie or paint a false picture on the internet. You always get caught. There are some people out there that have nothing better to do with their lives, and they will find out the truth. And pretty much just short of like murdering someone, if you tell the truth, even if you did something really scummy, the internet moves on and doesn't care. Now, do I think their fans have every right to be upset and to voice their opinions on being upset? Yes. But anyone that obviously leaves like really mean and hateful stuff, you're a weirdo and shouldn't be on the internet. But anyway, that's my take. Bye.
I do think that when you make yourself a brand, it is at some point in time gonna also make you the center of controversy. Now, I believe his brand is like a normal life or normal day, type content, because he shows a lot of videos where he's like, I'm just a regular guy, and that's why people loved him. But now that it's a brand and he's doing these, ventures on his own and, begging for gifts on TikTok Live, people are just like, nope, you've now lost all relatability, which is kind of valid, honestly. But that is who Hub's life is, and that is what is going on with him at the moment. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.